stage, Mike Zakarian.
Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's Happy March Madness Day. It's a lot of exciting things. A lot of exciting things happening in our lives right now. We had some good basketball last night. We got a fun new partnership. We're closer to the weekend. There's stuff happening everywhere. We love to see it. More importantly, I love to see you. Who do we got here? Sneeps is up in here. Good morning, Sneeps. What else we got going on? Yeah, we will talk about this probably when we get to our pick 'em. The Common Man's here. We got Matic Auto in the house. Let's go. Boston Base is here as well. What do you say when pizza's on the bagel? The possibilities with respect to the point at which you choose to consume the bagel are endless. It's a great point. Roy's here, new member. Yeah, our guy Boston Base was giving out memberships yesterday on a private stream, which I did not know would still hold over when you got back. I love it. I love to see that. Good to see it. We got Stan's up. The Heat get a W. The Heat get a W, Stan's going to arrive early. We like that, Stan. Good to have you here as well. Who else we got in the chat here? Sorry, guys. I accidentally signed up for a best ball draft for the playoffs because I realized I haven't been doing those. And unfortunately, it went live 5 minutes before the show. So I apologize. But I'll see. We got Dame, Giannis, Brunson, Zion, Middleton, chat. We're having fun. We're having a good time. Who else? We got Ted. Get on the bus. I'm here for that. Who else? We got Homies is here. Patrick. Good morning. Stub. Let's go. Snoopaloop. Are you back on? You back on work time now or vacation time? You went to Phoenix last week. All right, dude. Everybody's going to the PDX right now. We got Snoopaloop recently there. You were there, Matic Auto. John Boy Beats is there right now. Doc Delta. Let's go. Good to see you. All right, gang. We got a busy one. I need some more coffee here. First and foremost, we have to talk about James Harden. I don't know if you guys saw this clip last night. This was some batshit stuff. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not really worried about getting demonetized for this clip. Although maybe I should, but no, I don't. It's through a tweet and it's like a 5-second clip, so I think it's fine. Hold on, I'm gonna blow this up here, but if you guys haven't seen this yet, I mean, this is truly one of the weirder things I have ever seen. Oh my God, Fenny's here too. What's up, Fenny? One of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. I can't figure out what happened. Here we go. Ready? This is James Harden at his finest right now.
Here in the third, Harden accelerates. Kawhi catch and shoot.
What?
Rebound here in the third.
He closes out on Kawhi.
Kawhi catch and shoot.
What happened? I haven't seen any post game on it or anything like that. I have no idea. I don't know. I know we're going to talk about Ohtani. Did they have a side bet going on? Did Kawhi was Harden like, I bet I can block you in a game? And Kawhi's probably like, well, that seems insane. I don't know what that means. What was happening? I do not understand. I truly do not understand what happened whatsoever. I got nothing. I got nothing for it. That was just great. Was he? I don't think so, because he closes out. You know what I'm saying? If he had his hands down, right? If he had his hands down, maybe you could talk me into that he was just trying to get in the way of the defender. That was a hard closeout, a hard-on closeout. It was crazy. Maddie says looks like something Harden would have done when he was trying to get traded. Yeah, when he was trying to get traded from Houston. Totally agree. Just batshit stuff, man. I just do not understand it whatsoever. Semi-pro Will Ferrell move. You think they were just humiliating the Blazers? It reminds me of my third grader playing basketball. Yeah, man. I couldn't believe it. I was stunned this morning when I saw it. God, what a way to start the day, though. What a way to start the day. All right, you guys want to get into some basketball? This is what we're going to do. We're going to go over today's games. We'll do a little March Madness preview, and by that, I mean if you were trying to sprinkle a little cheddar on some of these games today, I will show you how I do it, and by that, I mean I listened to John Boy Beats thread, but we'll look at some of that just in case you're trying to sprinkle. I'll talk about it a little bit at the end of the show, but we're partnering up with our friend Andy, their new platform, IKB, I Know Better, which is a DFS platform, and they've got some fun stuff that we're going to do later. So we'll talk about that as well. And then I don't know, we'll build a pick 'em. On best ball, we're in first place right now in best ball. And what's today? Today's Thursday. Just a few days left. We're trying to get to the finals. Santi Aldama was a king last night. All right, let's dive into it. Oh, also, we're starting and maybe some of you care, maybe some of you don't. We're going to start a weekly WNBA show in April. It's going to start April 18th it's going to be on Thursdays. And we're going to bring in a different guest every single week. So it's not just going to be me talking. We'll have a different guest every single week. Other W podcasters are going to come on. So very excited about that. If you are a diehard W, you'll be excited about this. But if you're just looking to casually get into it, I think this is going to it's a good entryway. I'm a pretty big Liberty fan, but I'll be honest, that's kind of where my fandom stops. Like, I'm not really diving into other teams or anything like that. I just like going to the games. I'll watch them if they're on. So I'm excited this is going to be my entryway into getting into it. So we're on the clock here again right now with the best ball. So let's go see. This is what we got right now. Dame, Brunson, Hallie, Giannis, Zion, Middleton, Portis, Chet. We need some more West partners up here. Is McCollum? Yeah, let's get CJ McCollum so we have a couple Pellies. Is there going to be? Yeah, no. I think we'll keep it on this channel. I already got too many YouTube channels. Which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to Team Hold Sports, Team Hold Racing, Team Hold So Rare, Team Hold Yo Mama. All right, here we go. We got one more pick coming up here, and then we're gonna get into the basketball. Oh, jump shooting in the chat. Let's go jump shoot. Joker Rock's here as well. All right, let's start with Celtics Bucks last night. I watched a lot of this one. I got to tell you, Joe Mazzulla after the game, Celtics end up winning by 3. They hold on. Joe Mazzulla after the game was kind of funny. He was saying, he was like, it was good to be in one of these games and win one. And I thought that was pretty funny. I know what he was trying to say, but it did not feel like I don't know, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel like that was a good thing. The way that it was described, I should say, didn't really feel good. All right, there we go. We're done with this draft. We took Garland last. But anyways, Celtics end up holding on to this game. No Giannis. Giannis got ruled out late. They play tonight too. I will be fascinated if they play tonight. I hope if he plays tonight, excuse me. I just think that would be kind of weird if he didn't play against the Celtics last night, but then all of a sudden was ready for tonight. I don't know. Also, T-Man's here. Let's go. But anyway, Celtics hold on. They win 122-119. They were in control. They're up 13 at half. They were up double digits for most of the fourth quarter, and then just kind of couldn't execute offensively down the stretch until Jason Tatum. They were doing this weird zone on the Celtics down the stretch, and but it looked like a box and one because Beasley ended up being on Tatum almost every trip down. And I don't know if a light bulb went off or if a fan yelled from section 318, "Hey, Tatum, you're fucking big dude. Back down Beasley." I don't know if that's what happened because all of a sudden Tatum just bodied him 3 trips down in a row and got easy looks it was either an easy lay-in off the glass or he got fouled and he went to the line. Tatum did have a solid game, finished the game with 31, 8, and 4. Jaylen Brown, who was questionable the whole day, ends up playing. He had 21, 8, and 4. Derek White had 23, 8, and 5. And also, feisty little PP, fast PP Peyton Pritchard was balling. He had 19 off the bench. Middleton seems to be off his minutes restriction, by the way. So for you gamblers, he played 32 minutes last night. I imagine he doesn't play tonight on the back-to-back. I don't think there's such a gap between first and second. I don't think they need to rush it. But he did have 22, 6, and 6 last night. Dame obviously did Dame stuff with no Giannis. He had 32 points. And then Bobby Portis had 24 and 15. I don't think there's too much to take away. Bucks didn't have Giannis. Celtics didn't have Drew Holiday. Not that that's the same comp, but I think if you're the Celtics, you're just like, man, I wish we could just step on the throat, when it's there. And I don't know if they just kind of went in cruise control and just this game's a wrap. But we've seen them do that to Cleveland. And I don't know if that's what Mazzulla was saying, right? Last time we were up 20, we lost. So we won this one. Not too bad. But anyways, good win for the Celtics. The Bucks, is it Utah that they play tonight? Let me double check this here. I think it's Utah. Utah. No, it's not Utah. They play the Nets. They're at home against the Nets. Also, Common Man said, I'm not betting on them anymore. Too hard to predict who's going to have a good night. They're all capable. Yeah, I just like the assist lines for Derek White and Drew Holiday. That's the only thing I kind of lean on now. Because you're right. They just have too many options. Porzingis should have had a great matchup last night. And I think he's still a little rusty, but he's off his minutes restriction too. So that's Cowboys and the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go next up. Let's find another one. Let's find another one. Let's do some hashtag Heat culture, okay? No Tyler Hero, but that doesn't mean we can't do a Tyler Hero drop. I think this is a pretty good win for Miami. Both of these guys were, both of these teams were without some of their stars, right? Donovan Mitchell now has a nose injury. He's going to miss a handful of games. They said at least another week. Um, but Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero both missed games. But Jimmy Butler finally returned, and he did some Jimmy Butler stuff. You know, Jimmy was great. He had an incredible first half. I think he scored like 22 in the first half, only 8 in the second half. He had 30 points, 5 boards, I think, and 4 steals, which were pretty huge. Also, I want to give some love to Nikola Jovic. I feel like he could be a real X factor for them in the playoffs. Look at us saying X factor. Looking at the X factor. I do think Jovic is like if he can blossom a little bit more, it just gives him another option. He's got like weird length that stretches the floor a little bit. And if you have to put one of your bigger wings on Jovic and get him out of the paint because he has the ability to knock down the 3 ball, it just gives Bam more room to operate down low. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how Jovic plays in the playoffs. Maybe I wonder how Stan Loves feels about that take. Scary Terry, who started off a little rusty when he came over from Charlotte, has now, I don't know if it's because of Hero missing time and Jimmy missing time that he's been required to do a little bit more, but he seems to have found his groove a little bit. I feel like this has been 4 or 5 consecutive games where Scary Terry's been balling. He had 24 points. George Shisnyang, he had 18. Jared Allen had a big old double-double. He had 20 and 20. Darius Garland had 20 and 9. Kind of a little disappointing from Garland. But Karis LeVert, too. I want to shout out, which feels weird to say, I want to shout out Winky Christ. But I do want to shout out Winky Christ, who now has been doing stuff for Underdog. But he had a breakdown last night. I think he said this was 7 I'm going to pull up his tweet right now. Well, you're not going to see it. I'm pulling it up, though. I think it was something like 7 straight games of LeVert with 7 assists. Oh, no. He's now handed out 7+ assists in 8 straight games. So I think we usually think of Karis LeVert as somebody that comes off the bench and just gets buckets. And with the Donovan Mitchell injury and Darius Garland becoming more of just like a 3-point chucker, LeVert's been doing a lot of the facilitating and playmaking, which is kind of interesting because he's got such weird length as a point guard. I don't know. Something to pay attention to. It's been fantasy goodness the last couple of weeks, that's for sure. But anyways, good win for Miami. I think Miami's been all over the place. And again, they're like battling to try to get out of that play-in game, right? And they're half game behind the Indiana Pacers right now. And it is kind of crazy, man. Like, so they're 38 and 31. And that's 69 games. Nice. So we're almost out of time, right? We're almost out of time for basketball games. So they're going to have to cook here for the last, 13 games left. But exciting stuff. Good win for the Miami Heat. All right, Pacers. Speaking of those Pacers who have a half game lead over Miami, they beat the Pistons 122-103. Halliburton only took 3 threes, I believe, last night, which is kind of crazy, right? I mean, Halliburton has been a chucker for a long time and just kind of didn't do it. I don't know if he's also aware, but it's his fewest amount of 3-pointers he's taken since February 4th. And that's when he was hurt. Like, that's when he was only playing like 20 minutes or something like that. So, I don't know. Weird. But anyways, good win for them. Some scary and sad news out of Detroit. I was about to just hit the Detroit Pistons drop, but that feels weird to do it after saying some scary stuff. But Asar Thompson has been ruled out for the rest of the year due to a blood clot. They found a blood clot in Asar Thompson. But the good news is they said once the season's over, he's able to continue doing like his conditioning stuff. So it's not like he won't be able to work out anymore once the season ends. So that's good news. But man, blood clots are no joke. That's pretty scary. So glad to see that they like caught it when they did, and then hopefully he's good to go. Also, Isaiah Stewart is it a hamstring injury? I forget what it is. Beef stew, done for the season. So I'm sure that means Jalen Duren had a great game last night, right? Wrong. Duren had 11 points and 12 boards. Jay Ivey had 15. Okay, now we can do the Detroit drop because I'm going to give you a little bit of excitement here, Detroit. And by excitement, I mean, I don't know, copium.
Detroit basketball! Detroit basketball! Detroit!
All right, Cade Cunningham's actually playing a little bit better lately. So that there's some good news. Like maybe he is blossoming. You know what this is? A Boston base. They might be a little bit crooked. It's also I think my camera is also a little bit crooked. So if everything looks a little slanted, but you can actually see the Jordan one is absolutely crooked. Pistons had the worst season. No, they haven't had the worst season in the you mean this season or do you mean ever? It's definitely not the worst one ever. But I think they're going to be battling with the Wizards like the last game of the year to decide who's the worst team in the league. Matic Auto said, no, those Matic, those golf clubs are so old. That is like a smorgasbord of a set. That was just so I had something here in case last minute somebody was like, oh, you should go play. These are terrible. These are terrible clubs. Like the driver, there's something shaking in there. It's bad. It's bad. Bad clubs. Just worst team this season. Yeah, it's between them, the Wizards, and the Hornets. But it's going to be between them and the Wizards. Anyway, so Indiana gets this win. Siakam had 25, 8, and 4. Hallie with 20 and 9. I don't know. Fine. I mean, you should be beating Detroit, right? This was a close game in the first half, and then they just stepped on their throat in the second half, and that was it. But Cade, double 23, 10, and 6. You know, I don't know. I like Cade. I think they're hanging around. All right, let's keep going. Kings beat the Raptors. Honestly, a lot of the games last night. Unwatchable. This was unwatchable. Sabonis had a triple-double. I feel like he had a double-double in the first 8 minutes of the game, and then just like they didn't need him anymore. They won 123-89. He had 13, 17, and 10. Fox had 20 and 5. Malik Monk had 17. Gary Trent Jr. is the high scorer. He had 18 off the bench. They're unwatchable. The Raptors right now, I don't think Gary Trent Jr. is off the bench. Sorry. But he had 18 and led all scores. Emmanuel Quickly, I missed what happened, but they said there's no timetable on his return and he's out with a personal issue. I did not know. I don't think we're going to see IQ again this season. I don't think we're going to see RJ again this season. They're just going to go all the way down into the tank. And obviously no Scotty Barnes. And this is my frustration with Toronto, right? Why in the world would you tank the year after Wemby? I'm not saying they shouldn't be tanking right now and they should be trying to win games. Like obviously they have to do it because their pick goes to San Antonio, I believe, for that Jakob Poeltl trade, which in hindsight makes no fucking sense. But it's like top 6 protected or top 8, something like that. So they're trying to lose. But why not do this last year? Right? Your team had no ceiling last year. You let Fred VanVleet walk for nothing. Now, maybe you would have only gotten garbage back for Fred VanVleet because everyone knew he wasn't re-signing and you weren't going to pay him, right? So there's not a ton of value there, but go get a second round pick. Go get something, right? Go get another asset that you can flip again later, right? You are a year too late on both Siakam and the OG trades. I mean, they got good value back, but why not do it? Why not do it last year? If you're going to do it. Now you're tanking in the worst draft that we've seen since Anthony Bennett went 1 overall. So I don't know. I don't understand. But anyway, I'm glad they're doing it now. Anyways, good win for Sacramento, though, as they continue to battle for that play-in or out of that play-in game. They have a half-game lead over both the Mavericks and the Suns. They're technically in the 6th seed right now. So that's exciting. Let's keep going, though. I don't want to spend too much time on them. OKC, dude, we got a freaking Chet Holmgren game, and I don't have a Chet Holmgren drop, so you're going to get a little Dort report. So turn your headphones down if you don't like the noise. When you guys hear that, do you also do that? Do you like play it? And you play like some air keys, air keyboard? I know I do. OKC wins 119-107. Chet Holmgren was a boss. 35 and 14. was just a dunking machine. I think he had like 9 posters last night. Amish Paradise just throwing him down. Chet was a monster. He would have had more too, but this game was kind of done. So they took him out with 3.5 minutes left or so. He didn't come back in. Really good game from him. Guess how many points SGA scored? 31, because that's what he does every damn game. He doesn't score 30, doesn't score 32, doesn't score 20. He scores 31 almost every single game. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like how I know exactly when this show is at 48 minutes, and I'm like, time to wrap this up. He does it every single time. But Shai Gilgeous, 31 and 7. He also had 4 steals, and I believe he still leads the league in steals this year, both in like total steals and per game. J-Dub had 18 and 4. Lauri Markkanen sat this one out because he had just come back from injury. I do think he's playing on the second half of the back-to-back. He should be playing tonight. Sexton continuing. I don't know what it is about the Jazz where they're like, we want one of our best players to come off the bench. Like it was Clarkson, and then Clarkson's missed time. So like, Sexton, well, you come off the bench, baby. But Sexton had 25, 7, and 4, and then and 5, excuse me. And then Johnny Carlin said 16 and 6. I don't even know why I wrote that down. But OKC continuing to hold on to the 1 seed for dear life. They get a half-game lead over the Nuggets and a game-and-a-half lead over the Timberwolves. So good win for the Thunder. Lightning and the Thunder. All right, 3 games left. We're into the late slate. I watched too much of this Warriors game. I got to tell you, man, I hate the Warriors. I do. I don't, and it's not the Warriors that I hate. It's Draymond Green that I hate. It's just it's so dumb. It is so dumb. I just like last night. So the Warriors win this game 135-116. 137-116. It was close for a little bit, though. It was close to the first half. And I think it was towards the end of the first half or early in the third quarter. I can't remember when it happened. But like he's like grabbing Santi Aldama's chest after a play. And like it was so noticeable. It was noticeable on the broadcast. The commentators called it out. And the refs are right there. The refs like watching this happen as the play is starting to go to the other end of the court. Draymond's just kind of like holding Aldama. And nothing is called. And then, of course, naturally, because the refs are, I don't know if they're like, oh, we can't give Draymond another technical because then Adam Silver's like, you're going to go back to better help, go to therapy. Like, I don't know why they're unable to make that call there. Oh, I don't know why Draymond gets so much of a leash. Like we saw last week, some insane technical fouls called. But for some reason, this one's fine. And then they go down the other end. Somebody gets a bucket. I don't know what happens. A timeout is called. And then Desmond Bane, because he is the Tyrannosaurus Rex of the Memphis Grizzlies, takes issue with Draymond. They start jawing back and forth. And then a little scuffle happens. And the only person that gets like dinged up and hurt is Taylor Jenkins, the coach. So Jenkins goes down. And he's on the ground, and apparently was had a knee injury, was like on the ground throughout the entire timeout. And then Bane and Draymond Green both get technicals. They do a double tech. It's so stupid. Like if you're able to review that and give out double techs, how come we can't go back to the other end of the court? I know they've done that in the past where they go back to the beginning of the court. Why is Bane getting the same punishment as Draymond Green, where Draymond Green started and finished this thing? Anyways, I thought what was really funny about this too is right after this happens, Santi Aldama turns into like Ray Allen from his Celtics era. Just went absolutely nuts. Santi Aldama, who gets an Irish accent even though he's Spanish, he had 27, 9, and 4. Triple J had 28 and 5, and Gigi, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson had 35 and 5. I thought like just looking at the box score, right? If you just looked at the box score, you're like, holy shit, Gigi had 35, Triple J had 28, Santi had 27. Whew, Grizzlies got a tough win last night. No, they got smoked. Kuminga had 26, 5, and 4. And I know I just was shitting on the Warriors about how I don't like them. That's why I had to rephrase. I don't like Draymond. I love Kuminga. Kuminga right now, and I encourage people, whether you go on the NBA app, if you have League Pass and you want to watch the condensed game, go find some clips from last night. Jonathan Kuminga is playing like he is on speed, like a combo of speed, steroids, and cocaine. Is that what an 8-ball? No. 3-ball? 3-ball? No, I don't know what kind of drug concoction that would be. He is playing like everyone else doesn't have turbo, and he's the only player that has turbo. It's like, or like, you know, in like a video game, like Mario Kart, you hit the little arrows and it's like, he is playing at a different level. And it was incredible to watch last night. Like there was a couple of times where he's like, you know, even with the defender, and then all of a sudden he's dunking. And then he had a couple of sequences at the end of the first half where it was like dunk, 3, steal, 3, steal, dunk. Like he was really impressive. And I don't think the Warriors are a real team. Yeah, also people are saying Sawyer for all that nose candy action. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get a Sawyer drop up in here. Sawyer. What a banger. I know they have no shot at like making any real noise in the playoffs. I understand that. I really do. But they are good. They are a good team. And I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm saying Kuminga is good. They're not a good team. They're not going to make like a deep playoff run. Sorry, I get too many notifications. I get distracted. I just don't trust them. I don't trust Golden State. Wiggins had a double-double, though. Wiggins had 22 and 10. Steph Curry only had 14 points in 24 minutes, but hit his 303 last night. And again, citing Winky Christ from that tweet earlier. It's the 5th time he's hit 300 threes in a season, and I believe only 2 other players have done it twice, and it's like James Harden and his teammate Klay Thompson, so pretty impressive. Patrick in the chat saying, I love how new people are probably saying to themselves, what the hell is this? I know, and no context, never any context. 2 games left, both were kind of snoozers. Suns win 150 and 102. Shout out the Suns. They shut down Maxey. That was like a pretty good defensive performance from them. They usually get lit up on defense. Granted, they were playing the Sixers without Toby Harris and company. Oubre had 18. I really did write down Maxey held to 6 points. LOL. But Grayson Allen, man, that might be their signing of the season. What a deal they got on Grayson Allen, who's like routinely scoring 20 plus, knocking down triples, like extending the defense. He had 32. KD had 22, 8 and 4. Devin Booker, 1 shy of a triple-double. He had 18, 11, and 9. And Yusuf Nurkic pulled down 15 boards. So good for the Nurk. Good for Phoenix. Again, like the Phoenix has to win every single game. Their schedule is brutal down the stretch. And so they needed to win this one, and they did. So congrats to Phoenix. And then the last game of the night, the Clippers, they beat the Blazers 116-103. We already talked about the Harden thing. Harden was wild, 19 and 14 in that game. Scoot led all scores for the Blazers with 18 and 5. And then Paul George had 27, 6 and 4. And then Kawhi 24 and 4 with 4 steals. Something I saw a clip from Ty Lue talking about Kawhi after the game. I guess Kawhi hurt his hand a little bit in the third quarter, did not come back into the game, but they were also up like 20. And so I don't know. Just something to pay attention to if he got dinged up at all. Oh, Weisberg, you were supposed to come on today. Shit. My bad, Mike. Mike, tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow. NBA bit tomorrow if you're good to go. My bad, Mike. God, I forgot. Sorry. March Madness is throwing me off. I got too excited. I placed so many bets this morning. Anyways, Kawhi, pay attention to see if he's hurt. 24 and 4 in that game. And again, we already talked about that insane Harden thing. It was crazy. And Weisberg was saying Grayson's not going to win most improved, but he's in the conversation. Yeah, I totally agree. All right, you just woke up too. Okay, hell yeah, that makes me feel better. Also, well, I'll let you tell the story. I don't know if you've done it in playback yet. Weisberg had a crazy experience yesterday. So shut up. I'm just glad Weisberg's here with us today. All right, let's take a quick look at the standings, and then we'll see what action we have coming at us today. That's what she said. And then we'll dive into some of the other stuff. So here we go. This is the standings, baby. The Celtics now extend their lead to 11 games. They got 55 wins so far, 55 and 14. Bucks have 1 game lead over the Cavs as they both dropped games last night. The Bing Bong Boys, a game and a half. So Knicks, it's not so far-fetched for the Knicks to catch the Cavs. Like we've been focusing so much on this 4-5 matchup, but there's a real possibility where Cavs drop to the 5 seed, right? So because the Magic are right there. So this 3-4-5 all of a sudden got a little sexual. 6, 7, 8 still I don't know, I feel like I'm just yelling numbers. Pacers have a half game lead over the Heat culture and the Sixers. Sixers aren't going to be caught by the Chicago Bulls, I don't think, but man, that would be fun if they did. And then who cares about this shit down here? West Side, OKC have a half game lead over the Nuggets, who have a full game lead over the T-Wolves. And then the Pellies and the Clippers, baby, just a game separating them. This is going to be so fun. I'm like, Clippers are hot right now. Winners of 3 in a row, 8-2 in their last 10. You see the Kings now, right? They still have a half game lead because they've played one more game than both the Mavs and the Suns. And then the Lakers, who have a half game lead over the Warriors. And the Rockets, guys, Rockets are still there. 3 games back. Just 3 games back. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could. And then for tonight's action, we have Thursday night. Pellies at Orlando Magic, Sacramento at Washington, Chicago at Houston, Brooklyn at Milwaukee, Utah at Dallas, New York at Denver, Atlanta at Phoenix, the late one. So that's the action for tonight. Looking forward to it. Let's take a quick underdog ad read break, and then we'll build a pick 'em. We'll get into some March Madness, and then we're going to talk about our partnership, baby. All right, let's roll the clip, Zakarian. Today's NBA bit is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy Sports. Whether you're drafting Luka first overall in best ball or fading Wemby blocks in the pick'ems, Underdog is where you'll find Team Hold. Sign up today at UnderdogFantasy.com or just click the link in the description to get started. And by signing up using promo code HOLD, HOLD, you will get a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. That's a free honey. So sign up today using promo code HOLD, HOLD, and get started at UnderdogFantasy.com. Also, yeah, Weisberg will tell the story, but good Lord, we can do it tomorrow if you're around. Got hit by a car. What? Mike Weisberg, the Kelly Oubre of Team Hold. I've been saying that for years. All right, let's go. I want to look at, as we go over to Underdog, a couple things I have to, I forgot. We didn't do a show on Wednesday. So if we go look at the results, baby, look at this. So just the other day, we took down first place. Well, we split it with 3 other people, which was kind of a bummer. But this is from Tuesday night into Wednesday. We had Ant-Man drop 54. That was the Jalen Green night with 63. Jabari Smith at 37. Amon Thompson, Trey Jones, Justin Champagne. So this team took down first. This was a huge dub. So this was great. We love this. This was a good run out. So it was good to beef up the bankroll here. We also, if we go over to live, I wanted to show you guys the NBA here. So right now, my team we've got like a 49 point lead heading into the last few days of this round. Now, only first place gets through, and honestly, like first, second, third, all pretty close, like especially just because like every night it moves quickly. Actually, I got a 100-point lead on third, which is nice. But this was the roster. So we got Luka going tonight, De'Aaron Fox going tonight. Derek White has been an absolute baller down this stretch, which has been nice. Zion's been playing great. He goes tonight. Franz Wagner, but should get some points at some point. But holy shit, Santi Aldama having the game of his life last night was huge. And then Chet Holmgren and Jared Allen both going beast mode. So we're in a nice little sweat. And if we win this group, we're then in the finals. And when we look at the payout for the finals, right, this is for the playoff tournament. So first place is 10K. And then it's basically I think 94 people make the final, right? So if I win this, we win $100, and then I'm competing with 94 people for 10K. So should be a fun sweat here down the stretch. I'm very excited about that. So hopefully we get a nice little run out. We the people here. There we go. Yeah, we could talk about the Ohtani thing here for a second. It's crazy. So for those that don't know, his interpreter basically, it seemed like he had access to Ohtani's funds, and it was like a $4.5 million debt that he had with the bookie that he used to pay. And it seemed like everybody was on the same page. And then Ohtani's team was actually like, no, we're not on the same page. And then that person was fired. But there's all this videos of them like in the dugout together earlier in the day, like giggling. Listen, it's probably nothing. It's probably similar to the Kate Middleton story where it's the simplest outcome is the outcome, right? It's probably not all like, we don't have to go full Jeb Bush, full tinfoil hat. But man, the gambling is just too much in the ether right now. I know we talked about it a little bit last night on the 89 Cavs, which if you missed the 89 Cavs, it was a fun episode last night. Go check that out, whether in podcast form or just on our channels last night. But the combination of like what League Pass is doing, where it's just like the live betting will be available wherever you want it. It's just, it feels like a little too much. JB Bickerstaff had some comments on it last night where he was saying that he's received like death threats because of that stuff, which I wonder if that, because I feel like you see that in fantasy sports all the time too. So I don't know. And Halliburton had some comments too. I don't know. I haven't put all my thoughts together on it yet. But between that and then the Ohtani stuff it's just kind of crazy. Weisberg was saying, yeah, the weird thing is they presented a statement and presented it to ESPN, and then that's what I'm saying. Like that's what was so crazy about it. That is what was so crazy about it. I said that at the Top Jump shoot. After we do this pick'ems, we're gonna go through it. Who cares? No, I agree. I was just saying I'm more out on, I think it's already so readily available that I just don't want it on the League Pass app. I'm not somebody, and maybe I'm in the minority, but I'm not somebody that needs to see those live lines all the time. I already have access to that. I just want to, let me watch the game. Anyways, okay, let's make a pickup for tonight. Let's get into it, baby. And like you guys obviously know, I'm pro gambling. That's like 80% of this show. I just showed you that we banked first. Also, yeah, we the people you just got here. We banked first place the other night. We banked one. All right, let's go. So we got Sacramento and Washington, right? We already said they're on a back-to-back. Kuzma's already been ruled in. I think I'm just in on, I'm curious what your lines say, but Jordan Poole only 17.5 points looks nice too. But I actually think the Kuzma 22.5 points feels like an easy over here. I really like that one, but you guys tell me what you got. Common Man I know is in here as well. Denny is still questionable, I believe, for tonight. So I don't really love that. Keon Ellis has been a blocks, and if he's got any, it's 2.5. That's kind of high. That's kind of high. Forget that. Zion should body and eat up Orlando. I'm not in like double mode, but I am interested in that. Danny had a gun. Yeah, Sabonis numbers and MPJ points. Let's take a look at Sabonis first, and then Michael Porter Jr. Sabone's had 44.5 points, rebounds, and assists. 1.5. I mean, a triple-double should be on the board, right? Yo, Tesla, you're in Vegas this week? Let's go. Tesla saying Europe is starting to pull back on the in-game live betting. They started seeing some troubling rates. Oh, interesting. There you go. There you go, Maddie. Actually, I'm more into that. If you put it on the Jumbotron, I'm into that, right? Because that's not as readily available in Arena. All right, let's do the triple-double. I like it. And then Porter Jr. points. Yeah, Porter Jr., by the way, has been on a heater, an absolute heater. 17.5 points. Let's let it rip, baby. All right, so that's cool. Do you guys like Tesla and not Tesla, excuse me. Well, Tesla, you can weigh in. Common Man and We the People. How do you feel about the Kuzma points? 22.5. How do you feel about that bad boy? Let me know. I kind of like it, but I could see why. I don't know if we're hitting the over on Sabonis. I don't hate it. Over on Kuz. All right, let's go. Let's just ride with this one then. This is a 9Xer. So 10 to win 90. 10 to win 90. I don't know. I kind of like that. You got him for 24. Let's do it. Let's just do that. 10 for 90. Let's go. Always, if you guys want to tail, links in the chat. Sign up using 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. All right, so we're going to talk about our new partnership more tomorrow, and then next week should be fun as well. We have some bigger things going, but I'll give you a little teaser right now. So we're partnering up with IKB. So which is like a pick'em DFS thing. And the reason I was most excited, the reason I was most excited about this, I'm going to drop a link to the chat. There's no like promo code or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that. But the reason I was most excited about it is a lot of people who use Underdog or would like to use Underdog especially we have like a big international audience for So Rare related stuff. We can never like you can't access it, and this one we can. And so they have like there's a pick'em version of this as well, right? So similar to what we do an Underdog, but they also, and it's pretty small. It is pretty small. It's pretty new. But here, let's see if we can draft now. But they also have like a salary cap version of this game as well. And they did a cool thing, a couple things to say about it right off the top. That's exciting about it for me. There's no rake back. I mean, there's no rake. So like all of the money that is put into it goes into the prize pool. So they're not like taking any cut on that. But the way they did it, they did DraftKings salary, but FanDuel scoring, which I thought was kind of interesting. But anyway, so like you just kind of build your roster, right? So if you're playing Luka tonight, and like you can see I've got a remaining salary of like 37K. And we throw Zion in there. Now all of a sudden we get an average salary of 10K. So we're gonna throw Sabonis in there too, right? And then remaining salary 17K, average of 10. Brunson is fun. And the way they did the pricing too, you're not going too much of dumpster diving, right? You don't need to figure out who the sixth man on the Wizards is tonight. It's a little bit more in your wheelhouse of like players that you know. Average. I'm sorry, I screwed that up there. I was like, wait, how can I fit all these bros in? This is crazy. All right, let's do this instead. Hold on. Let's leave Jalen Green in there. But a cool thing that we're going to be doing with them is probably next Friday, and it'll be set up like right around live before lock. Hey, I don't ask those questions, Patrick. Sorry, a couple more things. Let me keep going. We're going to have a free roll contest. So they'll just put $100 up top and it'll be free to enter. You don't have to pay anything, which is cool. But the way they do this, it's all run through like the deposit stuff is through crypto, but it's all connected. Like you can connect your Coinbase wallet. Like, so you don't have to, it's almost kind of like adding money on So Rare if you've done it. So it's not as many hoops, like you don't have to send it to your MetaMask and all that stuff. So it's a little bit easier, and that's kind of why internationally other countries can play versus like having to jump through all the different hoops. I don't think it's a 501c3. But anyways, yeah, I'll find out more about this, Patrick, actually, just so I have that information. But yeah, we're gonna have like a private team hold contest. We're gonna be able to continue to run those too. Like, so the free roll will be probably next Friday or something like that. I'll keep you guys posted on that, but very excited because I was bummed that we weren't able to do stuff with with a lot of the So Rare audience. Every time we talk about underdogs, we got people from all over. Also, like if there's certain states you're not allowed to do it. I've heard that there's some VPN stuff that if you want to do that. So do with that what you will. But we'll have some more stuff tomorrow about this. But like right now, it's super, super new. I know they had a ton of pick'em stuff for like football and a little bit for the NBA as well, and they're growing. So I think they'll be a little bit more fired up for next NFL season. But right now, they're just doing like 1 or 2 10-man contests, winner take all type stuff. But we'll have some private contests over the next couple of weeks, which is cool. So do me a favor. Listen, even if you guys aren't, you're like, hey, Mike, I'm not sure yet. I'll wait for the free roll. Just go, do some. Oh, actually, I think I have to share my actual link. Hold on. Just go like sign up. You know what I'm saying? Go create a little account. Do I have a link to share? Oh, there it is. Share my ref link. And again, it's not like we're getting kickback every time somebody deposits or anything like that. So don't worry about that, but would love to have you guys sign up and show a little support for our partnership. And then you'll be ready to go for the free roll, which again, I think is going to be a week from today. I think we're going to do it next Friday when it's all set up. And again, so it'll be free to enter, $100 up top. And then, and we're going to be submitting some daily lineups here. So we'll put a little segment in towards the end of every show, which will be fun because right now we only really talk about pick'ems or just like straight drafts. And this is more salary cap format. So if you've ever played on DraftKings or FanDuel, there's just like good conversation we can have around it. So hell yeah. Shout out to IKB. Excited to mess around with that as we continue to cook. Go sign up. All right. Help me help you. Actually, this is you helping me just like 100%. All right, that's good. What else do we have? Do we have anything? Oh yeah, we got so March Madness. None of this is financial advice. Can't stress that enough. This is not financial advice. I'm not saying this is what you should do. I'm just saying this almost sounds like yeah, you can Rick coin. Yeah, dude, let it rip, dude. I'm just saying it like this because this is how I feel. And I'm gonna do it in a commercial ad read. Is March Madness a little too overwhelming? How are you supposed to know the difference between Duquesne and DePaul? I know I don't. So I rely on John Boy Beats. Every year on Wednesday night, John Boy Beats drops a Twitter thread that breaks down every single game, gives you an idea of what it looks like, what the sheets are saying, and where you can place your bet. So today's sponsorship is John Boy Beats. There we go, guys. That was off the top, man. That looked like I was reading off a teleprompter. No, the teleprompter's in here. All right, let's go. Let's go look at this thread. And again, I'm not saying you should do this. This is what I do though, because I don't pay attention to this shit, but I like having a sweat on some of this stuff. So I fired up some FanDuel stuff today. So I'll also share the thread. So if you guys want to take a look at it yourself, go ahead. Yeah, Matty Betts. There you go, Matty Betts. Jumbo Shoots. All right, here we go. So this is basically what he does for everyone. So he's got the first game of the day, the number 8 seed Mississippi State taking on Michigan State. Michigan State favored by 1. When number 9 has a 3-point attempt field goal percentage worse than the 300, they are 8-0 against the spread. As a 9+ seed and favored, Big Ten is 4-1 and 3-2 against the spread. Pick is Michigan State -1. There you go. It tells me exactly what to do. Dang, I get see Tesla. Listen, if you ever need freelance, baby, I'm here. I'm here. I got it. The only reason I've never done it, the only reason I'm good at it is because I've done so many fake sketch commercial bits like that. So here we go. Let's see. And then again, he does this for every game. So he's got one for like BYU and Duquesne, Creighton versus Akron, Arizona versus Long Beach State. Everything for today. He posts these every single day. At least for the first weekend. And what's happened the last 2 years is we have cooked on Thursday, and then I get real cocky about it, and then I'm usually break even by Friday. But it's a fun way to follow along because I only did one bracket this year. Shout out our guy Taylor in the Discord. I only did one bracket this year just because I truly was like too overwhelmed by it. But so if you guys want to sweat along, this is what I'm doing. I placed like four from the early games today. Just a couple units on each one, but that's what I'm doing today. So check that out. I think that's it. Tomorrow we got a busy freaking day. We got a busy day tomorrow. The NBA bits at 9. Oh, who does he have for the Duquesne game? Here we go. Let me find it here. He's got Duquesne. He's got the pick is under of 142. The pick is under of 142. So there you go. But yeah, tomorrow we have the bits at 9. I think we're back to our normal 3 p.m. time for a little F1 racing for over on our Team Hold channel if you're into that. And then live before lock and live after dark on the So Rare channel. We also already dropped the value hunting episode. We put that up yesterday, so go sign up, go check that out if you haven't done it yet. I think that's it though. I think that's it for today, baby. Last show for me for a week. You'll be at beachside in Maui. Let's go, Pat. I expect you to get the fuck up. I expect you to be up early on Hawaiian time and watching this show on a dark beach. I'm just kidding. But yeah, enjoy your vacation, man. As always, appreciate everybody tuning in for this. Good to be back with a bit after taking the day off yesterday. And let's have some fun. Let's have some fun today. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. We are out of here.